Hey guys, today I have a really weird deck for you. It's Gruul Energy from Kaladesh Energy in Modern, and the deck is extremely cheap. Like, I wouldn't even know how to make this more expensive. It's only $6.50 for a Modern deck, which is insane. And it works. I don't know how, but it works. So anyway, what the deck really tries to do is play stompy creatures like bristling hydra, greenbelt, rampager, voltaic brawler, and lathanu hellion to pressure your opponents and deal a lot of damage to them and just win. The reason these cards are so powerful is because they're low mana cost, high power creatures that require you to pay energy, which the deck is very good at. Yeah, so we run 4 llanowar elves, because it's just llanowar elves. We have 3 bristling hydra, which is a 4/3 for 4. When energy, you get 3 energies, and you can pay 3 energy counters to put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it gains hexproof until end of turn. So even though it costs 4, it's really great, because it can dodge removal, potentially multiple times, and yeah, pressure your opponents like crazy, and just win the game in a few turns. Greenbelt Rampager. It's a 1 mana 3/4. When it enters, you pay 2 energies. If you can't, return it to its owner's hand, you get an energy counter. So yeah, this can come down as early as turn 2. And it's a 3/4 for 1. So yeah. And Voltaic Brawler. It's a 2 mana 3/2. When it enters, you get 2 energy counters, and whenever it attacks, you can pay an energy. If you do, it gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn, which you're always going to be able to do. So it's more like a 4/3 with trample for 2, which is incredible. Lathanu hellion. In playing with this card, I've become obsessed with it. Even if you're not playing an energy deck, it's so good. It's a 3 mana 4/4. When it enters, you get 2 energy counters, and at the beginning of your end step, you sacrifice it unless you pay 2 energy counters. So it's guaranteed going to stay around for at least a turn, and it's a 4/4 for 3 with haste, which is really bad for your opponents, especially in Modern, because no one really has anything that can answer that on turn 3. And yeah, if this deck makes enough energy so that you can just pay for it and just keep it around. It's incredible. And we have Sage of Shaila's Claim, which is a 2 mana 2/1. When it enters, you get 3 energy counters. This gets you more energy. Aethersphere Harvester. This is also a pretty good thing for pressuring your opponents. It's a 3 mana vehicle with flying. When it enters, you get 2 energy counters, and you can pay 1 to give it lifelink until end of turn. It has crew 1. So you can crit with the smaller cards like Sage and llanowar elves, and give it lifelink to gain life while simultaneously dealing flying damage to your opponents. So yeah, it's good that way. And we have the full playset of Lightning Bolt, because it's Lightning Bolt, and Harnessed Lightning, which is 2 mana instant. Choose target creature. You get 3 energy counters, and then you can pay any amount of energy, and it deals that much damage to target creature. So let's say your opponent has a 2/2 you want to get rid of. You play this, you get 3 energy, you spend 2 energy, kill it, and then you're up 1 energy. It's a really good removal spell in the deck, considering that you can deal like up to 6 damage with it, I think is my record. And Highspire Infusion. It's a 2 mana instant. Target creature is +3/+3 until end of turn. You get 2 energy counters. Yeah, this is good because, especially with Voltaic Brawler, because it makes it a 7/6 trampler, which is incredible. And if your opponents, and it's good if your opponents try to bolt your brawler or your hydra, and you can't pay for the hydra, because it can protect them, and then it can attack, And yeah, it can make big creatures even bigger while giving you energy. And attune with Aether. It's a 1-mana sorcery. Search your library for a basic land, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. You get 2 energy counters. So it gives you energy early in the game, and it helps fix your mana, which I have found that this is great. If you want to play the deck with a more expensive mana base where you might not need that, then yeah, you can definitely take it out for something else that's generically good. I don't really have anything marked. And for the lands, you can really do whatever you want, and it's probably fine. But what I recommend is 4 Aether hubs, which is when it enters, you get an energy, and you can tap it for a colorless, and you can pay 1 energy to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So it's good mana fixing, and it can also give you energy. And I would also recommend Game Trail. It's a red-green reveal land, and then the rest is just basics, which is what I've found that works. And it's like really cheap. Like this is 14 and 18 cents. And yeah, so the deck is very interesting. One thing that I think you should note is that in any hand that doesn't have either bristling, hydra, greenbelt, rampager, or any of this other stompy things has to be mulligan, because you have to get one of them or else you're not gonna win. And if it has 2, even better. I think that, depending on the matchup, aethersphere, harvester can sometimes substitute for one of them, depending on what else is in your hand, and maybe if you have another one. I don't think I really have too much else to say about the deck. I think it's one of those things where you really have to play it to realize how powerful it is. But anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.